Hello and welcome to the brand new European Union Anti-Corruption News Roundup. This week's headlines. Romania has given the EU the finger, quite literally. In response to the EU's new report condemning the state for democratic slippage, Deputy Speaker of Parliament Florin Lordaș vowed to press on regardless with the judicial reforms, before ending his speech by holding up both fingers at the Commission. Charming. A new report has been released this week. Just where does the Open Dialogue Foundation get its money? The self-proclaimed human rights organisation has major questions to answer regarding their sources of funding and their close ties to fraudsters and wanted fugitives. The organisation's accounts published on its website makes interesting reading. The largest ODF donor by far is Silk Road, a company owned and run by Bartosz Kramek, who is Ludmila Kozłowska's husband and head of the ODF board. In fact, if you take out revenue from Google AdWords, Silk Road provides an astonishing 95% of institutional donations. The couple, whose only known income comes from Silk Road, managed to make a further 80% of individual donations to their own NGO. In related news, a Moldovan MP has demanded her Open Dialogue Foundation hearing to be held in an open session. Maia Sandu, Moldova's former education minister, has requested that her hearing regarding alleged funding by the controversial Open Dialogue Foundation be heard in an open session. Writing on Facebook, Mrs. Sandu says, "The so-called investigation committee investigating the alleged illegal financing of the STEP, bringing as a single challenge my participation in a public event in the European Parliament at the invitation of important members of the EP, decided to invite me to closed hearings. I request that I be called into a public court to address all citizens, but not in a closed session before a committee composed of loyal representatives of the Plahotniuc Dodon regime." Her statement comes after Moldovan Parliament announced it was launching a special commission to investigate the activities of the Open Dialogue Foundation after concerns were raised that the organisation was illegally funding political parties. Finally, there is major scandal brewing involving the US President Donald Trump, a Dutch bank and Kazakh fraudsters. VARS, the global human rights organisation, has demanded criminal investigations be made into money laundering operations involving Donald Trump's lawyer Rudy Giuliani and his former law firm. With a big focus on Trump, the complaint seeks to clarify just how much illicit money could have benefited the US president in what's described by VARS as one of the biggest fraud cases ever. Some of these money flows ultimately ended up in the Netherlands because Dutch service providers helped to cover up the money laundering acts. VARS has put an open call out to prosecutors around the globe to investigate what it sees as a corrupt operation with Trump's fingerprints on it. While Trump acknowledges he has received significant funds from shell companies, he insists that everything is above board and legal. We hope you enjoyed our EU Anti-Corruption News Roundup. Please subscribe to our channel and see you next time.